People, this one for your appetite. Now, here in England, we're slaves to, well, I won't say I'm a slave, I'm not a slave, but in general, most people are slaves to the system. They're slaves to the government, the police, the services, the schooling, the work placements. They're slaves no matter what. It doesn't matter what they want to say, they are. I mean, I'm still enslaved to a degree because I have to take benefits. So I'm not totally free either, although I've done more than most have actually done. And I'm living and walking the walk. Of course, now, you know, if I can go somewhere and be given work, payment and no taxes being taken or given to the government, then I'd be quite content with that, yeah. As long as, like, you know, I mean, it depends on how you look at it. It's like either they give me enough so I can live and pay the rent, and the tax that they don't pay goes into a fund. Yeah, now I'm looking at this anyway. But what my point is this, you see. So you're all still going every day off to work, right? Now, don't any of you really ask yourself these questions, yeah? What if I didn't? What if we all didn't? Now, what would be the answer? But more importantly, over a period of time, what would really be the answer? See, they've got you so brainwashed that you can't see beyond the point. And that point is you need to pay your bills. Well, hello, but how many people actually really can, if not, pay their bills? And more to the point, so severely taxed in everything that you have nothing to build anything on, unless you've got some skullduggery going on and you're getting money from all different means, which is each to their own. And then we've got this other point that, you know, only those that are making off of those that are enslaved under them in their business, and their business being a part of the slave system and a part of child trafficking, may I add, as well as the genocide. And what I would say, ask yourself truly, do you think that you are going unscathed? Because you go to work willingly, knowing that you are paying tax that is going to genocide and child trafficking. And if you think not, you are going to end up being answerable for your actions. Because it's like I said the other day to someone, I said, because they were saying certain things which was, in effect, manifesting through word and spell, backing up the oppressant, the wicked, and what they have done and what they encourage to keep on doing. And of course, you should ask these questions. What do I mean by what I said? Well, if I'm saying to someone, oh, well, they always do it, you can't win, government always win, excuse me, you are spelling that to happen. You're manifesting that. This is truth. We're all guilty of doing it. Even I've done it back in the day. Yeah, there's no shadow of a doubt. I've been in the wrong just as much as anybody. But the difference is I've learned to understand what is going on. I've learned to look at it differently, desperately. Because I don't want no children's blood on my hands, yeah? I don't want their loss of future loss on my hands. I don't want to be in no war that's causing so much genocide and wickedness, or even excuses for these reptilian or noncy people to be doing what they're doing, you know? All of that, you know, all of that. And yet, we're in it again. How many of you are going to stick your masks on? Toodaloo, walk along the line there. Keep on walking. Don't look round. You're already part of them. You're already in their manifestation of grip. You know, so, you know, it just doesn't compute with me, yeah? I ain't got no choice. I have to get money from somewhere, yeah? I can't work right now, so I mean, unless someone has got an answer to my problem, which they ain't. But what I'm saying is that I know that if we were just to stop paying them, right? If you're to stop paying them, take a bit of courage, yeah? Honestly, take a bit of courage, yeah? We're all in bad situations. There is no good situation out of this. There hasn't been since COVID. It's just that you keep on thinking like I used to think, got to pay my bills, got to do this, got to do that. Didn't realise how much control they had over me. Thing is, they did. They really had control. And they've got control of you. Do you like to be controlled? Because as far as I know, any human wish not to be in control or under control from another, yeah? It's just, you know, look, do you want to get in the ring? Yeah? All right, one's going to win. All right, you both get out of the ring, yeah? One does lose and one does win, but generally in the boxing ring it's for a sport and for winning something. But my point is, can you imagine? This is them being the winner in the ring. You're getting out of the ring, but the rules are their rules and not yours, and they're not the boxing rules. So, I mean, it's time done and dusted. You should all know. You're all adult. Apart from the kids, you should know. And if you don't, I want to know why. Really. I want to know why. Being one of a few that might have been, you could say, the dumbest. Or I wouldn't say dumb, that's unfair on me, myself. But I'm just speaking like, you know, I know that yous are intelligent out there, yeah? You're not idiots. You're not mugs. Well, you are to a degree. But in a human, peaceful level, you're not. You're not mugs, right? But you are being mugged off by your country government, by your police that you think that are there to protect you. And of course, they will do anything to keep you believing this unless they've got a way to deal with you because they don't care anymore. Yeah? If you're nothing for them and you are against them, they believe you me, they're not there for you. They will not protect you. And more to the point, they are corrupt. They're helping the system gain money. And they have no right to do that. That's unlawful. It's not of oath. It's not protecting the people. Because we are in treason. We are under tyranny. I not fear to say it. Yeah, you may fear. I doth not. Why should I fear? I believe in my Creator. It is his realm. Those that wish me harm will fall to harmful ways. There is no mistake about what's coming, right? It's just a little bit more time, going to get a little bit more worse, a little bit more time, they're going to impose a little bit more. And, you know, if you had to stop paying them by your own means, as best as you're able to, you got a thumbs up in the right direction, yeah? And you become enlightened on how to deal with what you now start to learn and understand about it all. Of course, there's all this staleness. There's so many of us that are waiting to join up, meet up, be the influencing common law group that we need to be. You know, every day, you know, come next week, we're coming up to the weekend, but come next week, it's going to be the same old. I just know it. You know, you look down and you see all these cars flying off to London, wherever, here, there and everywhere. And I'll be like, mate, in general eyes of everything, you will all still go to work because you're frightened. But but all this is about is just, if you would take a step back and look at it like this. If we all stopped, right? If we all stopped, they couldn't just do what they want, right? They're not getting paid, right? Why would you want to pay them their treason? Why would you want... They are not protecting you. They are not protecting your best interests. They are not protecting your country. They are not protecting your children. And they have plans for it all. And you just, what? You just don't want to look. You don't want to do what? Because you've sinned? Well, put that right. I've said it enough times. You can't control out here without controlling in there. And no one's a master at it. And I wouldn't say master. Our terminology is wrong for that. Master is just a child, but we are childs. We are children still. When are you going to grow up? Part of humans' responsibility is to grow up. I'm 54 and I'm still not grown up. Not enough. And I still don't know enough. There's so much more. I know there's just so much more that I need to know about the people around me, about the people and what they've done to me. I'm telling you, I ain't a dumbwit, as I was trying to say. But when you're in their control, you don't know. You can't sense it. You can't feel it. But of course, I'm a loose cannon. They ain't got no control of me. They haven't had control for a long time, but certain influences have. The misguidance, the disinformation, the wrong information, the fake information, like the spraying, you know, the child trafficking, the warmongering. See, it's not that I don't agree with others, because I really do. Through and through. But my point, like I'm saying, is if we all stopped, I keep on arising to this, ask the question, right? When you know what we know, and I only know partial to what I should, and what I should know properly, and of course having confidence with that truth. But, you know, you all battering around like slaves to the grind, draining yourselves out, trying to pay your bills. But if you're all to stop, we'd be getting so much money's back, you wouldn't want to work, and you'd pay your rent and it would get paid. You'd probably go and buy yourself somewhere and stop paying the rent. You'd probably go on holiday. Most of this shit would stop. But you just don't get it, yeah? And others have been banging on it a lot longer than I have. And I've been trying to put my foot in wherever I can. Wherever it get me trouble. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's about the truth. You know, I can't put my hand to all them lives that have been taken. I cannot take the responsibility on my shoulders about all them children and women and humans that have been killed through our governments and our wicked people that are controlling you. Believe you me, if you think they ain't, you are dumb, motherfucker. Sorry, I can't say it. But you are. You can't see the sense, can you? Anyway, so if you really want to look hard, you'll find it. It's still there to look upon. It's still there to know. Yeah? For at the moment. They're losing. And it's those of us that have been persistent, those of us that have looked out for others, the smart little fault, not the smart meters and all what they're doing, yeah, but the intended general well-being toward another, it go quite far. So how do you think it will go when we take back control? It will go far. And I get it, some people need it to be seen. I needed it to be seen. I thought we'd lost. Yeah, I was so getting agitated by it all. Spraying like today. I tried it again today. Yeah, it's still cloudy and stormy looking, but we've had a few breaks and that, thankfully. A little bit of sunshine, a little bit too. But are you not stopped and thought the amount of damage they're causing with all this rain? The plants are not growing properly. I know, because I'm growing. But of course, you want to go to work, don't you? Pay your wages, like, yeah? Pay your rent, like, what? To who? They probably are one of them, or if not, supporting them. And if they ain't, I've already said this months and months ago, you landlords, you people that own properties and renting, you really need to take responsibility, because a lot of this needs to happen and work, and you're not letting it. So what are you going to do when they stop it all anyway? Because that's planned. Yeah? That's planned. Right? Do you believe you're going to be unscathed? It's planned for you to take the mark of the beast. I would get out now if I were you. Yeah? Not wait until digital comes in and they're going to run ride everybody at work with their pay, with this, with that. Because that's what's going to happen. Yeah? That's what their plan is. You can't have. We will control your dollar. We will say what you can and can't have. Do you not see? That's what's happening anyway. So why don't you just put down tools and just stop? Or is it because you like your little bit of toast? Oh, I like my bit of honey. Well, who don't? Oh, I like my bit of food. Who don't? Can you go without food? There's a question. You ever thought about that? Do you know, it's not even a punishment, but when you find that you're controlled by that little hunger being in there, you are controlled. You are can't pronounce it. Manipulable. Right, nippleable. Right? You are. How do you become strong against that? Well, fasting is the oldest, safest, original way. And people do it. Now, religion tries to take control of this because they want you doing it. You tell me a religion that ain't doing it. They're doing it, right? But they control it. And you do it in group. And they get the manifestation from it. You know, there's some real good truth put there. And I'm so grateful that I was able to take it on. Yeah, I'm so grateful to Yeshua for what he's led us and given us all. Don't want it getting cold. That's a banging black coffee with just touch a bit of honey, yeah? Takes away all that sugar they've been trying to kill me with. But anyway, so you know, and we need our honey, yeah? We need honey. You'll find that everybody needs a substantial amount of honey. How are you going to get it? What, a honey farm? Mate, that's just more of the cabal. You need to learn to grow your own, yeah? You know, you really do. You really need to grow your own, yeah? Or be able to get some from those that do. Because it looks like farmers are going downhill. So you ain't going to resort to farming. And, of course, then we got the other, haven't we? The G-modified food, the soya bean, which is an absolute disgrace. What are you going to have? Bugs. It's already in your food. That's why I grow my own. That's why I won't really go to any local shops and buy their shit. Because they've tampered too much with too much of it. Yeah, I get it. You got apps that tell you that it's good. How do you know? Yeah, you got farmers' food bags saying British goods, British farmers. Yet they aren't. Do you realise what the food's doing to you? It's much like that, isn't it? It's much the same. Control you. Control your vibration, your frequency, your low vibration and frequency. Because you can't obtain the higher ones, no matter how positive you think you are in your educated mind, you ain't. You'd like to be. You want everybody to believe you be, but you ain't. You ain't got it. Because the spirit don't back it. And I know. Oh, I know. Do you? I bet you don't. And like I say, if you're fasting because of a religion, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. If you're doing it for your creator and the creator's realm, and to put stop into child trafficking, and to put stop to the war, the genocide, yeah, and the wrongs and the treason, then you might be doing something positive. Might be. Depends how determined you are, innit? But there you go. Some of the truth. Just think about that. The world would be so much quicker dealt with if we just stopped working and paying the beast. Yeah? Stop every weekend from children being killed, mass genocide and warmongering. Don't you get it? So there we are. You know, I'm a little bit, but, you know, I know that I might have to fend for my life. Same as you should know that. But I've made sure spiritually that I'm in the right place. And I reckon all of you should be doing this. You've had bare time ahead of me to do this. And yet, I've exceeded you. How do you feel? Eh? How do you feel? I want you to feel complete and utter stressed, but not wickedly. You know, what can you do? I could speak it really nice and dainty, but I don't. I like to keep it a bit raw because we've got to deal with a raw public. We've got to deal with the rawness of police. We've got to deal with the rawness of violence. We've got to deal with the rawness of the immigration, yeah? They're coming over here with bigger bollocks than you've got. Bigger the bollocks than I've got. And I'm like, what? I ain't gone through all this just to be walked over. And I'm not having my country, as best as I can defend it, and that's defending it here, right now. No work, no commitment to it, looking for all the ways to stop it. Taxes, I'm on about mainly, not so much the work, but the taxes, because it's fraudulent, it's the beast, and it should never have been the way that it's become. And we've all got that responsibility to put it where it need to be. And that's back in the hands of common law. So there we go. I'm going to cut it now because I don't want it being too long. Hopefully it won't get took down. It weren't totally worded nicely. But that's it, in a nutshell. And to all those that want to hold on to the old world, bye. 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 Bye-bye. Toodaloo.